she's loud in bed or not. Always crazy about guys. 사람들은 모두 그녀를 몰라, and that is fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Her dress is tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl, 예쁜 여자, 쉬운 여자. Get to know her, babe, 깜짝 놀랄걸. Yeah. Samantha, Samantha, 그녀가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워, 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. 급사랑에 푹 빠져버린 것 같아. Hang on, honey, there's more. I love you, but I love me more. Oh, that's what she said once. So she's ruthless, 걔는 어디로 튈지 몰라. 사람들은 그녀가 모습만 봐, and that's fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Oh, can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you smile. Can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you shine. Samantha, Samantha, 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워, 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. 눈물을 맞아 사랑스러워. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워, 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. tak한 사람 아무래도 있잖아. 사랑받아 마땅한 그녀.
Good evening and welcome back to the Bear Cave. I'm Teddy and you are listening to Night Talk. So come on in, grab a glass of wine and join me. We are live right now on Facebook, Instagram, X, and here on YouTube. I just thought, okay, let's make at least 4 of my channels live social media. Shout out to them all my other bears I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. I'm going to be here, I think, less than 30 minutes because I have an early day tomorrow. So that means I won't be on tomorrow morning unless I go on like 7 o'clock. And I don't think I will do that in the morning. But who knows? I could pop on just to say hello. Hope you're doing well tonight. I am. Been super, super, super busy today. I have. So What am I going to talk about tonight for a few minutes? Hmm. Well, come on in. Come on in. This is a place where you can just hang out. And I call it the Bear Cave. Those who've been around know that. I play music, talk, relax, unwind. I was listening to my one video that I have up on my homepage for relaxing ASMR. And it is really nice to me. I mean, if you have problems going to sleep or relaxing or face with some anxiety, stress, and all of that, take a listen. It's about 8 minutes. I think you could benefit from it if you're having difficulty relaxing, sleeping. Yeah. Okay. So, what was it? There was a question. And you can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I have been reading, I get around to reading my emails. I only get a few, but sometimes I get an interesting one. And I have to come back to it, read it, go back. I've done that before. And especially if it's a long email, I consider a long email maybe over a paragraph, so a couple of paragraphs. Okay. And when I first look at it, sometimes I just, if it's someone I don't know, then I'll skim it and come back. When I have done that, I've found things that I've missed. Yeah. So I will get around to your messages. Yeah, if you like. Are you cooking out there? I see people who are having a conversation about, is it food? Yeah, I see that. I see Latoya. Oh, I see Baby Juju, my moderator, Vicky Black, Gia. What is this? Oh, did you get a juicy email, Teddy? I have gotten some emails that I guess you could consider what's another word for juicy? I know what you mean. A little tantalizing, maybe. But that can be taken in many different ways, I suppose. But yeah, I have. I have. Yeah. that wakes Gia right up. Did anyone say juicy with the laughing emojis, smiling faces? Yeah. Okay. Let me see who might be over on any of my other channels. Let's see. Hey. So we've got Annette over there on Instagram. Says, hey, boo, have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. And follow me on X. And by the way, I'm not sure, but I think you need one. But again, I'm not sure. If I post something, a link to my post on X or my page over on X, do you need an account to see it because I put up a couple of posts on my community wall with links only. Pretty much just links. So if you did check it out, would you let me know? Oh, great. That's good to know. All right, baby Juju says I didn't need one and was able to view it. That's good to know. Here's why, because some people don't want to create any social media accounts at all. And I don't blame them. I don't. You don't have to be on social media, with your own page or avatar. So that's great. In that case, X marks the spot where it's easy for me to post, put up a link. Facebook, yeah. But I think with Facebook, you need to have a Facebook account. Yeah. Okay. And I wonder, is that the same for Instagram? Probably. Because Facebook and Instagram are part of Meta. So I would think it's the same for both. I see Latoya says the YouTube streets have been crazy. I have not. I couldn't tell you really what's going on the YouTube streets. Yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been busy, and sometimes I have a lot of things to do on the computer, outside of YouTube. I mean, I do have a lot. And I communicate quite a bit on my desktop. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, what are these? I don't know if you can hear them. I know one day I'm going to turn this camera on. Okay. You can probably just hear a little bit of noise in the background. Okay. So I was putting in order, or starting to. It's going to take forever. Some of my videos on external hard drives, external drives. Yeah. And I have lots and lots of information. Yeah. So, like back up your system, because sometimes, people don't back up their computer and they're doing work, and the last thing they've done, if they don't save it, it gets, wiped out. Just imagine you're on the computer and you're doing something for work, whatever, you're drafting the letter, creating something, have an idea, save it. And you spent hours. Some people have done that. Yeah. Oh, so it's always good to back up your work. Mm-hmm. What is this? You just wish that everybody could get along. Oh, it goes back to the beginning of time, right? I mean, if you know the story, Cain and Abel, the brothers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if it can be between brothers, it can certainly be amongst strangers. And, strangers are people on this platform. Yeah. The Lion and the Lamb. The Lion and the Lamb. Mhm. I mean, I've been out in industry. I know how it is, in an office, and you know, one of your coworkers, let's say, gets a promotion or something like that, and maybe you think you deserved it, or maybe you think you've been overlooked. Yeah. And then someone comes along who's new and they're getting a lot of attention. There are some people that know how to uh, make their presence known, kind of self promote on the job. Have you ever seen those kinds of people? Some for good, yeah. And have you ever seen the saboteur? Yes, there are definitely people who are out to sabotage. Yeah, I learned that lesson early on. Yeah. hmm Did I ever tell you of the time that I went to this like dinner party? hmm And it was, I would say, s- small. Some people I didn't know, just guests from different, backgrounds. And I would say at least 25 to 30 people were at this house. Okay. It was a mix of, you know, both, men and women. And the person who was the host, he is, he's an air plane. He's a pilot. hmm I won't say his name. He is African American. He flies, then it was a 747s, 757s. And I would guess him, he would be younger than me, but probably I guess him right now, somewhere in his, probably around in his mid 50s or so. Somewhere like that, maybe. That was some time ago. Anyway, so I remember I had on a silk dress. Mhm. When women wore dresses, I was thinking about a lot of women wear pants, and I wear pants too. But anyway, and it was a dress that I wouldn't wear, that often, and hadn't worn barely. Right? And silk, if you mess up silk, that's it. Almost. I know I've told this story before. But this woman who had a glass of red wine, she stumbles over and it was like her hand tilted the wine first and then splashed all down the front of my dress. I mean, it wasn't just a little bit. It was a lot. Ruined the dress. Completely ruined it. Couldn't tried, to get the clean. Just ruined it. Of course, I didn't know it. And to this day, I think she did it deliberately. Yes, I do. Because the way oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I? And I'm just I didn't make any kind of scene or, kind of like, oh, it's a dress. And, then I, went to try to dab, it was ruined. And of course, I'm walking around with this, large, stain on the front of my dress. It just kind of ruined my whole, yeah, that was. I was talking about, what did you do? I don't think I stayed very long. I think I probably gave her a look like, like, I don't believe that. When she said, oops. And then I think she cascaded over to the other side of the room or something. I don't know. Because I was so busy trying to, And then I said, does anyone have like club soda? Because if you have club soda, that can usually, work if you got to do it quickly. But it was silk. And the more you put something chemical or whatever on silk, it's not the kind of thing you can't. You have to take it to a professional to have it clean, and then they charge more for silk, and just ruined it. This is a pretty dress, and it was in the summertime. Yes. Mm-hmm. It was. Mm-hmm. Annette says, you must have had some hellfire curves. Okay, I'm gone. It was not a, it really wasn't a form-fitting dress. It was, not tight or anything. It was just had a nice flow to it, Just ruined it. Yeah. So, moral of that story. If you go to a party where guests are supposed to be, handle their drink or whatever, walk around with a glass of wine. If you see someone coming near you and they just kind of leaning, get out of the way. Oh, and then there are those who can come up and, depending on how many people there are, if it's real close, bump you from behind, so oops. Yeah, so just be careful. Yeah. That story is probably has happened to a number of. Why did I think she did it deliberately? It was a look in her eyes, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it could have been perfectly honest, not. There's a Vicky says, Teddy, what busy trying to do? I was probably just having a conversation with someone else. And here she is. Yeah, because there were several around us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Now, summers are definitely, you know, a time to have, when I say parties, dinner parties, or, sometimes people will invite you over. Maybe they have a swimming pool, or then, at least some people don't want to get, in the pool. They put their like feet in the pool. Yeah. Have you ever been to one of those? Yeah. Or, yeah. Um, oh, you didn't think that I get invited to parties sometimes? Oh, you didn't? Oh, all right. Yes, set you up with a dinner date. Have you ever been set up? Mhm. Or have you ever gone on a date where you just knew, just ended? This one is, if you could slip out and leave, you would. Yeah. Because, well, one of the things you don't want on the first date, I don't. I don't want 1,000 questions. Mhm. Now, that was years ago, guys, since I have been married and, since divorce. I'm talking about my younger. I do remember. I definitely remember. I guess this guy wanted to get all his questions answered. He just won fire, rapid fire. This, like, we're not even having a conversation. You're just asking a lot of questions. Yeah, just I guess he wanted to, check, 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 check. Yeah. um. Now him, I did go out several more times, but yeah, he was the one that I think I told you. Um, he was the one that said something about women spend too much on their lipstick. You know, I think then lipstick was, nice lipstick was probably around, I don't know, maybe $12, $15 for a lipstick. Yeah. He said, well, my wife, I knew he was the wrong one. When he said, well, my wife, she's not going to spend that much on lipstick. I knew he was not the one. Oh, he's going to control what his wife spends on lipstick. Boy, her budget. Yeah, like, remember the age that I am. I look back at some of that. Some of it's kind of funny though. Yeah. um the dating scene. The dating scene is for, I say, someone, dating scene um would be for someone who wants to go out and hang out, I think at like bars or clubs, or kind of like that. That's what I call dating scene. For someone who's my age, nah, you're not gonna be in a dating scene. You're going to, know, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna hang out at a. Nah, you're not gonna see someone my age. You might see an older guy trying to pick up a younger woman. No, no, because to me, gosh, I could say a lot of things, but that's when you are younger and you've got something that I guess you think you've got to prove, or you got to do the. I don't have to prove anything anymore. Never really had to, but you're just more confident. You've it's not hard. I could meet anyone and talk to anyone and have a conversation. Yeah. I mean, the dating scene, guys, and I've said this too. Guys don't need a fancy, pickup line. Why? Just say hello and smile. Yeah. Or, and then start a conversation. Doesn't have to be big. No. Just be yourself. Yeah. That's all. To me, it would be so easy. It is so easy. I don't know why people have problems with meeting people. It's easy. I guess as you get older, you learn that it's just the secret. It's just be approachable, smile, nice, be pleasant, be yourself. And then you will be beating them off of you. Like, please, don't call me. I'm busy. Like, the more you run away from them and hide, the more they want you. Women just don't understand that. Don't be unavailable. And they're going to want to know, well, why? You never get a date. Yeah, even when you're younger. Yeah. Didn't you learn that lesson? Yeah. That's facts. Hey, Cups of Conversation. I saw you come in, so you can tell I'm just, what is it? I don't miss the dating scene at all. I bet you don't. I don't either. So you go through, I guess you can call it different periods. Where's a lot of, it's a lot of games that are played. Yeah. And we've all gone through, fallen into that trap, Yeah, when you're in your 20s and your 30s. Well, by mid 30, you kind of should know a little bit more. But you still, for some of us, you still don't learn. You still, can still make some mistakes. No matter the age that you are, yeah. So, because, look how many older women who have accomplished and they get taken for their money. You've heard of the stories, right? Yes. So the games never stop. It's just that, especially when you think you've met someone. Yeah. Always have your antennas up. Anyway, how did I get onto this? I'm just talking. I'm looking through some things too at the same time. Maybe you know what? It's like maybe I had to face the mic because I pulled out some files, and that's what I'm doing. So when I'm like on the telephone or something. Let me look at the chat. Not get too comfortable. Yes, especially when you're young. Latoya says, when you get older, you can spot a fool a mile away. You know what your likes and dislikes are in a man. Cup says, I have 2 daughters. And oh my, LOL. They get tired of me. I think I'm at my auntie stage, LOL. Oh, really? Okay. Wow. I didn't even think of that. Hmm. Latoya, just because you're older, that doesn't mean that you don't need companionship. Oh, yes, you do. Right up until the end. Yeah. Companionship, friendship, relationship. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to be happy. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Remarried. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you don't have to say. What is this? Oh, Teddy, I've been divorced for 24 years and I still address my ex as my husband. I don't know why. Because he's, and like I would know, um, I don't address mine, but they, they will check up on you if the relationship was anything. Yeah. Even if you're divorced, if it wasn't a nasty divorce or whatever the circumstances were, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you've heard some people date their exes. They do. It's like, no, I don't want to get married again. How about just date? You're over there and I'm over here and I'm good. Oh, maybe because you share um, a lot in common. Yeah, especially I guess if you have children together. I don't have children, so yeah. I think especially for women who have uh, families. Yeah, they are going to see their children's father. Yes, and they are going to see the other family. Some people have big families. Step children, and they know everybody. Yeah, and some people, the relationships are so, um, you know, civil that they share holidays together, and yeah, where everyone's there. I mean, some people have it um, that way. Yeah, yeah, and then some people, well, holidays are the worst. Yeah, holidays can bring about a lot of stress. Yeah, mm, especially the big ones. Mhm. What is it? Some people don't have the sense of God gave a goose. LOL. They think you're old. Yeah. Well, I remember. Don't you remember when you used to think of your aunt or uncle as old, and they were only in their 40s or 50s or something like that? That's not old. No, really, even in their 40s, because you're children, right? And you used to think, oh, they're so old. And they're not. Val Kilmer, the actor, he passed away. I believe it was throat cancer. I just learned that yesterday. I guess it was a couple of days ago. Didn't he play Batman? Hmm. Yeah, Val Kilmer. He was 65 years old. Mhm. Yes, I did watch how Stella got her group back. He was Jamaican, wasn't he? Yeah. Hmm. Jamaican men, they they have a. I'll just say, in general, do you think they get a bad rap? Yeah, kind of like that. Um, Again, it would just be. I've been to Jamaica a couple of times, and didn't realize it's a nice island, and but it's a long ways from the airport where we were staying. Seemed like it took an hour. Um, do you think they get a bad rap? Yeah, they're sexy. Mm-hmm. Uh, Baby Juju says they're sexy to you. Yeah. I think for some American women, yeah, they hear a man in a different country speak an accent, and they find that attractive. Just an accent, I suppose. Yeah, and then other things as well. Yeah. What is this? Some, not all. I had no complaints, but that's another story. LOL. Mhm. Friendly. I remember this one Jamaican guy. He was at college. Mhm. He was really smart. Yeah, super smart guy. Wonder where he is now. He's probably married and he might even have grandkids by now. Yeah. And I've met a lot of nice people along the way. I have. Mhm. Nice friends. Yeah. Lots of stories I could tell. Some of them are controlling. Yeah. Hmm. I won't go in that direction with a story or not, or two. Mhm. The eye in the sky, I can tell someone is watching. Who is that? How about that? Let me look at Instagram. Guess who's over on Instagram? Now I'm looking at it. It's Hear Her TV. Well, hello, Hear Her TV. Someone just mentioned you the other day. Didn't someone mention Hear Her? Yeah. Hope you're doing well. I see you over there. Mhm. And who else do we have that's joined? Cry Jones. I don't know if I've seen you before, but I always get one or two interesting, or new people that I've never seen their avatars over on Instagram. Yeah. So welcome. You're catching me on a night where I'm just, I'm just talking just a little bit, one or two interesting, or new people that I've never seen their avatars. I mute the site. There we go. Hang on. Why is that everyone who follows me, they have a private account? Didn't Cups, you asked me that. People follow me God, I can't follow him back. I can't. I can't. Or you need permission. I suppose I could, try to follow him. Hmm. Cub says, "Hey, hear her. I miss you, Bookie." I throw it up so she can see your comment. Yeah, you have a lot of fans. Hear her. People who miss you. Yeah, they miss. I'm gonna tease her now. They miss your singing. Yeah, miss your singing, your music, your laughter. Yeah. Your commentary. Your intuition. Right? Hmm. Yeah, it's funny seeing that some of us have been around, for a few years, and we can now go back and say, "Wow, they were right. I should have listened." And or how did they know that? Yeah, Hear Her TV was known for her, I would say, intuition. Yeah, you could read the room. Most of the time, I think you would say, right? Something like that. Hmm. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Bear Cave. Mhm. There are some kind of interesting avatars too. You wonder who are behind these avatars that are following me. Hmm. Some interesting channel names too. And then Instagram, if you have an account, they will suggest, I don't know how they come up with it. There must be, some science to it. They can see who follows whom, and then they suggest people you should follow as well. Mhm. Cub says, "I always listened. I have to know both sides." Yeah, both sides. Nothing wrong with knowing that. Gives you at least a perspective, right? Yeah, point of view. Mhm. Yeah. Well, I said I was going to be on for 30 minutes, and here it is, 48 minutes, and I'm just kind of, I think it's helped to unwind. I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Um, you mean it's 11:34? I came on late. Okay. Wow. I said I had a busy morning, and I do. All right. So now I don't really want to say goodbye, but I have to if I'm going to finish up. What is this? I can't just go off of what one person says, especially on YouTube. Especially on YouTube. If there were one thing that you could change, it doesn't have to be anything personal. I'm talking about YouTube, Cubs. Something that you look back at. It doesn't have to be about you. It could be a method or something about YouTube. What do you think it might be, or maybe something that you would want to see changed on YouTube? Mhm. If you, any of you, mhm, I know I've learned a lot. Mhm. What I would like to see, since I've experienced this so much, I would like if um, them to implement where a person could not strike another individual unless they show their ID verified. Yeah. Because I've been struck too many times under too many different names. Yeah. I mean, people can just create a channel and strike you. Mhm. And that's what has happened. I want people to have to show their government ID in order to strike. That would cut out a lot of it. That's one thing I would change. Mhm. At least they'd have to pause and think every single time. Yeah. And I would change maybe one or two more things, but I definitely would do that. Mhm. Um, yeah. Because some people have learned so well how to do it. Yeah. It's abusive. And it's not just in this sector. I've heard about it. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. I didn't know. So competitive in different areas, different sectors. People want to see other people channels go down. It's like, really? Yeah. Mhm. So what would you change? Yes, YouTube itself needs a lot of changes. You say, if I could change anything, it would have been my approach toward certain things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine's too. Yeah. Looking bad. Yeah, but we make mistakes because we don't know. Right? We don't know what we don't know. We've learned. Mhm. What is this? He says, Teddy, maybe try and change that. We back you up. Mhm. Okay. So I think that's going to do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Kept it light, just a little conversation. That's it. Um, and to the honey bears. Yeah, I won't be on tomorrow morning, but I plan to go live sometime tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, keep your bear phones on, and if anything should change, and I'll let you know. But I've got a full schedule tomorrow. I do. Mhm. Yeah. Email me at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. As a matter of fact, I haven't checked that. Haven't played any music. Just, a little conversation. After all, um, played that. And is that a song or is it just music? Wait a minute. Check my email and I'll be right back.
우리 오길 기다리는 아이처럼 내 맘에 널 그려 포근했던 나의 온기 눈을 닮아서 Falling quietly piling up in my heart 우리 안에 모든 것 fade out 된 것처럼 너와 나의 세상 속에 계절을 보내 첫눈 오는 날 만나는 그날 차가운 네 공기조차 날 설레게 On the first snowy day I will melt away Cause I'll be with you 하이처럼 웃는 나의 미소가 바람 비법바야 미칠 듯 보고 싶어 날 안아줄 거야 만나기만 해 그날만을 위해 살아가는 것처럼 너와 나의 세상 속에 겨울을 맞아 첫눈 오는 날 만나는 그날 차가운 네 공기조차 날 설레게 On the first snowy day I will melt away Cause I'll be with you 드디어 널 만나 눈 감고 상상 just you and I Shut and lock all the doors 널 원해 기다려왔어 Look into my eyes 우리만의 시간으로 우리만의 첫눈 오는 날 만나는 그날 기다리던 널 보면
All right. So apparently, uh, someone just struck my ex account. Yes. Your account has been locked. Unwind with Teddy. What happened? Your account has been locked because X received a complaint uh, for copyright works. Upon receipt of a valid DMC notice, X will remove the identified material. This is the first time that my X account has been struck. I imagine it would only be one person. You see, they don't want the truth to even be posted on X. And I'm getting ready to. That's why I got rid of X. They are so always watching me, listening. They don't want the truth. They don't want those videos. They don't want people to hear that voice. They don't want people to hear the lies. They don't want people to hear the truth. Those were some major receipts. Major receipts. When they said their name, when they said YouTube, when they said they lied. I didn't say anything. I just played so people could hear it for themselves. So that means they're watching. They don't want the truth. You see, I have receipts. I have receipts, that real receipts. People can hear for themselves what people have said so that they don't have to think, gee, who said I was attacking innocent people? Who were those innocent people that someone was referring to in a recent post that I gave commentary about? Who were the innocent people that I'm being accused of attacking? No, these are the kind of receipts. I don't do this, they do that. I don't send to Instagram fake, false strikes saying that someone posted adult photos that they're showing. And while I'm live, my Instagram goes down. I don't strike people's Facebook pages. They do. Why? Because I have receipts and they don't want those receipts to be heard and said. And they know that I have the truth in those videos. That's what it is. They know I have it in their voice, their confessions. It's all there. And I guess, I go over to X tonight and I post a couple of key receipts. That's very telling, Danielle. So that I can't have access to my ex. Now I've got to go through some hoops to try to get that unlocked. Yeah, you're right. Keep talking, Teddy. They don't want you to expose the truth. You mean this little bitty channel whose numbers keep dropping and dropping and dropping? I thought they said only 2 people listen. So if only 2 people listen, why are you worried about it? You get thousands of views. Why are you concerned about 2 new people? Why? It's because it's real content. It's because it shines the light. It's searing. It's hot. It's factual. It is not defamation. It's your own voice. And they don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to hear that. They want to deep six it. That's why this speaks volumes. They're trying to get my X account suspended. It says X maintains a repeat copyright infringement policy under which repeat infringers' accounts will be suspended. I have never been locked out of my X. I can go live on X and they didn't like that. They've locked my account because they don't want a person to go over to my YouTube and link to it and hear the truth. They want to silence my voice. So I've been struck on my YouTube last week, the 27th. Now I'm struck on my X. This little bitty channel. It speaks volumes. I thought I was boring, and I thought you didn't listen, Danielle. You do listen every chance you get. I didn't think X was doing that. I thought. What is the claim? Copyright what? When you're talking to me, when you're saying things, that means they're going to strike anything that's receipts. And I've got some hot receipts. And I said, just follow me on X. I don't know what time that happened, but I can tell you, I just went live on my X channel and it's locked. I hadn't been on X. So you're laughing now? Oh, we need to find out who you are, Danielle. We do. We need to find out who you are. Who done this? Well, we know who done it. They don't want to hear the truth. You don't want people to know what bully you are. You don't want people to know that. How you sound and that laughter. How you thumb your nose at YouTube. But it's so interesting how she was on there with X when she took Nosy whole life down. Y'all don't remember that? Oh, is it the Dirty 40? Oh, I wonder what she's afraid of. Yeah, Gia said it's commentated. We know that. The hyena laugh. She doesn't want that heard. Wow. You mean the big bad Montana? That's who did it. I know. I haven't even looked, but it's obvious. I still plan to end my broadcast, but I just checked my mail and I thought I'd let you know. I'm not even going to deal with it tonight because I have other things that I need to get done. No, it is 6 minutes just before midnight. They don't have receipts. They just lie about things, just make things up. This is why I was just saying they'd have to have some ID to strike. They can just make stuff up and make claims. Yeah. Copyright. Mm. Later. Instagram is down. What is this? Hang on. Yeah, I can't get into X. As a matter of fact, I want to check to see if the link from my YouTube, of course, it is from my X. I'm sure that's broken. Hang on. Yes, it's broken. Those two posts, can't get them. Hmm. Yeah. Panic. Panic. Those receipts hit home. Those receipts hit home. You see, I have real receipts, Danielle. I said, show your receipts. All she has is talk and false strikes. But I have receipts. I have real receipts of slander, defamation. I have real receipts, Danielle. So when she says she has my receipts, she has what? Videos where I'm saying I have receipts. Or she has videos where I'm saying Daniel Robertson just struck my account. Or she has receipts of me talking about the impersonation. That's her receipts on me. That's not receipts. That's me talking about you and what you've been doing. The receipts I have are the stories that I tell. I have receipts. D for desperation. D for Danielle. You can laugh now. You can laugh now. Nothing lasts forever. None of us last forever. She thinks because she's anonymous and she can get away with this. Okay, you can get away with it for now. It is midnight. Biggest bear hugs go out to the. I have already said that, and then I said I was going to check my mail. They want to suspend my ex. You are so jealous of me, Daniel. You are envious and jealous of my ability to stand up to you. Now, if you would give the address where you can be served, since you've got those receipts, then face the music. If you're so confident, Danielle, because you're listening, you've got all those, what, 15,000 people, and you're worried about two people listening to my ex account. 15 people who listened or watched or hearted my ex comment. You're afraid that somebody's going to find out about the real you and that your facade, the veneer is cracking. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of the truth being found out. You want to keep up the facade. That's it. You want to keep people fearful of you because if you're found out and unmasked and people know the truth of who you are, you're not going to be that powerful. And no one around you who's involved with this, they won't be powerful either because they'll be linked to you. And that's what you're afraid of. And all I do is show a receipt. Speaks volumes, people. It speaks volumes. Let me go ahead and close the link of Instagram. Make sure that is removed. My X account has been, you saw it is frozen. So I can't go live. My links are broken that I put on my community wall. Okay. I tell you what, guys, not I've got so much to do. I can't even. What you need to do is follow me on Stationhead. I said follow me on X too. You need to follow me on Rip Running Receipts. Okay? Because Rip Running Receipts is a YouTube channel that what I have done just a few times is I put up a receipt, I show it, and I take it down so that she can't strike me. Okay. Because that's her tactic. She wants all of this down. It's all down. Okay. I don't want my channel struck on YouTube. I just got another strike from her. I just got another strike tonight. I've gotten 6 privacy complaints. She's trying to take my social media down. She's trying to take my voice away. And remember what she said to John Yates? Basically, silence. Well, people need to hear that voice again, Danielle. People need to hear the rage that you displayed. People need to hear who you are. She doesn't like that I said, do you know who this person is? Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com because they're going to hear the voice and somebody might just hear about it. Hashtag D for Danielle. Hashtag Danny Nirvana, whoever that is. It might just bring attention to the story so that we can learn the truth. I've got to go, guys. It's late. I've said goodnight. Wait a minute. I always have one music. Hmm. No. All right, so I did confirm it was Danielle Robertson who removed, who filed. I just looked at my email from X. It was Danielle Robertson making claims, and her email, this Lori Davis. Okay. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. She's saying it is her content from Station Hit, audio recording. That's what it was. She doesn't want the truth to get out. Okay. Good night.